There's a drum in the distance, there's a drum right here. There's a drum in the distance, there's a drum right here. Hey, Mark Shepard here today, and this is the Better Man Project number 17. And just have some notes on the board here that I've been kind of collecting over the last couple of days, and just I want to talk about each one of them in turn. And so I'm talking about them, erasing them, and moving on, right? So today I want to talk about the fact that we need to stop listening to fools and know-nothings, right? Fools and know-nothings. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean that, particularly, for example, the mainstream media, fools and know-nothings, right? Donald Trump talks about fake news all the time, but he's definitely part of the fake news, but he's controlling it, and he's controlling it with his attention. Okay, so how do I put this? His brilliance, his genius, whether you like him or not, and I personally despise him, just so you know, is that he is able to get the attention of the world. But getting someone's attention is only the first step. Then you have to actually deliver something that's of value. And essentially all he delivers is attention and drama, right? But people are addicted to that, right? So we are addicted in our culture to listening to fools and know-nothings. Some of the biggest YouTube celebrities, the biggest YouTubers are people that literally talk about the fluff of their life all day, right? And do you really want to be hypnotized by those people, right? And ultimately, you're in charge of your own hypnosis. But we are being hypnotized all the time by ads, by news, by friends, right? Relatives, and literally the status quo of society, right? So ultimately, who are you going to believe, right? Who are you going to believe? The people that are telling you you can't be who you really want to be? Or the people, the small minority that are saying, you know what? If you change your thoughts, you can actually change your life. So what if you started changing your thoughts today and started practicing reinterpreting the world so that everything was of a benefit to you? And it may take work. It still takes me work. If something happens, like I was at a traffic light the other day and some guy rear-ended me. You know, I was stopped. He just misjudged his distance and he slammed into me. And my car had just been in the shop for a month because I hit a curb. And it was a $5,000 plus damage from just bumping into a curb. And so this guy hits me from behind, and my instant thought was, why does this work out better than I can possibly imagine? Why is this good somehow, right? It didn't feel that way. It was annoying. I had lots of things I wanted to do. It totally interrupted my day. And I got a jolt of adrenaline, which started, 10 minutes later, I was literally trembling. But how is this good? And it's essentially the fools and know-nothings are going, oh, that's bad, that's bad. Let's look at, misery loves company. People love to complain about their illnesses, about how unfair this is or how unfair that is. You want to stop listening to the fools and know-nothings in your life. And I'm sure you can identify them. But the thing is, I want you to make sure you're not a fool or a know-nothing either. And the big piece of this is that you have to begin to read. You have to begin to research. You have to begin to learn. You have to begin to apprentice yourself, intellectually at least, to people who are thinking in different ways than the fools and know-nothings that perhaps you have been surrounded by up to this point in your life. And sometimes that means letting go of friends who are not willing to join you in the adventure, right? There are some friends that will be in, right? One of my best friends, Michael Guerin, said to me the other day, Mark, I'm so glad I was able to join you on this journey with the cryptos, because we're both showing profits and we've both learned a ton and we've both made mistakes and we've been doing it together and having him as my wingman and me as his wingman has helped tremendously. However, if your wingman is not helping you, if your wingman doesn't get it, if your wingman isn't willing to work on himself, then you got to let him go. And if he is working on himself, then he'll come back, right? And you can take it to the next level once he's upped his game. And this is nothing new, but it sometimes is really difficult to deal with. But the bottom line is you have to begin to have mental hygiene, right? You have to begin to manage the thoughts that you let in and the thoughts that you think and the things that people say around you can very subtly and very hypnotically get into your unconscious mind and cause you to stop yourself from becoming who you truly want to be. And I don't want that to happen for you. I want you to be the person that you really, really, really want to be. I want you to experience the kind of life that you actually really want to experience. Not what you think you want to experience, but what you actually want to experience. And for me, people talk about how they want to travel the world. And I'm like, that's not a big motivator to me. I want to be able to create a paradise here where I am. And eventually I want to buy land and build a farm, create a farm that's sustainable and is an educational vehicle for other people, buying land and getting our agriculture back on track on a industrial level, on a scalable commercial level, to literally, I think one of the best ways we can change our planet is to change our agriculture, because agriculture is the thing. The way we do agriculture is destroying our planet and causing desertification all over the world. So to me, like, my music is secondary to attempting to do whatever I can do to keep our species from going extinct. And maybe we need to go extinct, right? Maybe we need to give the earth a break. However, all of us want to be here tomorrow, and we want our children to be able to have a place to live, right? So if you listen to the fools and know nothings, there's no such thing as climate change. If you listen to the fools and know nothings, we have plenty of time. If you listen to the fools and know nothings, everything's fine. And it's not. It's not horrible. It's a problem we need to solve, but we need to get at it. And we can only get at it by changing who we listen to. So today, your takeaway is to begin to practice some mental hygiene and make sure you are opening your mind to the leading edge of good information, not propaganda, and not fake news, and not fluff, and not just distracting entertainment, right? Because while everybody's all distracted with their video games and their TV shows and what the Kardashians are wearing or doing or not doing or who they're sleeping with or having a divorce from, when you're not watching all that, there's some things that you need to pay attention to. We need water. We need land to be sustainably producing food, fuels, medicines, all the things that the land can give for us. And we need to do it locally and sustainably. And we need to resolve our energy needs. These are big problems, people. And we need the funds to do it. And I think putting your money into cryptos right now could be a way to do it. That's what I'm doing. But there's also gold and silver. There are also other things that store value, like land, that if all this falls apart, we're going to need to be able to grow a lot more food, a lot more sustainably, a lot more nutritionally, a lot more safely, without all the chemicals and all the GMO crap that's going on. And so that's a big mission. Again, stop listening to the fools and the know-nothings. Go to the internet, get independent information, do your research, and continue to work on yourself every single day. And that's it for the Better Man Project for today. This has been exciting, thrills, spills, action, film, episode number 17. I can't remember the numbers always. So that's it. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you want to go deeper, check out honesthypnosis.com. I got a bunch of courses there for people, particularly men who are trying to overcome their shyness, anxiety. I have weight loss programs. I've got all my hypnosis stuff there from literally 20 years of practicing hypnosis and the realization that self-hypnosis is the only hypnosis there is, people. There's no magical hypnotist that's going to make you suddenly become a better person. You have to do that yourself, but it's fun. It's hard work, but it's fun, and you can do it. And one of the things you have to do is make sure you're not being hypnotized by the fools and the know-nothings, right? So that's step one. You take charge of your hypnosis, and that starts today. So keep at it. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you like music, check out my music. If you are open-minded enough to realizing that we are in a revolution right now, and it's still early and you still have time to get in, the cryptocurrencies are a place that you need to start paying attention to. Check out my morning cryptos. That's it for now. Peace, grooviness, over and out. I'll see you in the next one. Start the music.
There's a drum in the distance, there's a drum right here. There's a drum in the distance, there's a drum right here.